All right, Roger, I want to talk about some of the other things that you've been working on and some of the things you've been promoting on your shows, through your Substack, on your radio program as well. It looks like Letitia James is running into some issues legally, whether it's over marriage certificates or where she's trying to fill out or register mortgage applications and things of that nature. Why don't you tell our listenership a little bit about some bad news that might be coming for the embattled and I guess you could call rotund New York State Attorney General?
Well, this corpulent, corrupt criminal, I think, is in big trouble. We have documented uh, two excellent researchers, Sam Antar and Joel Gilbert, have documented a 40-year record of mortgage fraud. No, these are not clerical mistakes. They're not typos. She has repeatedly lied on her applications for mortgages. Even in 2023, just weeks before she put Donald Trump on trial in the ridiculous valuation trial,
Yep.
where she claimed that Trump had overestimated the value of his assets in order to borrow money for commercial real estate loans, loans that he paid back, loans where the lenders made $40 million in interest, loans where the lenders said they would do that deal again tomorrow. She signed a power of attorney for the closing of a mortgage on a home in Virginia, where she said that she would live there within 60 days. It would be her principal residence, and the mortgage actually requires her to live there. Now, there's two problems with that. If she indeed moves to Maryland, as she said to Virginia, pardon me, as she said she would do in this document, well, then she would be constitutionally ineligible to be the Attorney General of New York. And upon her moving, that office would be immediately vacated. There isn't even a hearing under New York state law. And if she didn't move, well, then she was engaged in fraud in signing that document and obtaining that mortgage. She has said, "Oh no, there was an earlier mortgage application that in which I was not required to move, and the mortgage doesn't require me to own or occupy," both of which are complete lies, printed by the New York Times as if they were facts, but produce those documents. They don't exist.
Mm.
In another instance, she applied for and got a so-called HAMP loan, which is for, first of all, people who have financial difficulties, and secondarily, these are for income-producing investment properties of 4 units and less. She claimed that the building that she bought had 4 units, but it really had five, which means she wasn't eligible. By the way, some years she reported rental income, other years it just disappears from her financial disclosures. And then, as you referenced, in her very first mortgage, when she was 24, she applied for the mortgage with her father, claiming that her father was her husband, basically using his financials and his balance sheet
Yep.
to obtain the mortgage. But on the title, it accurately shows that they were father and daughter. No, Laura Loomer, I'm sorry, it's not a typographical error. It's three times in the documents that she signed it, all three of them notarized. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. She covered up multiple sexual assaults by her
Correct.
chief of staff. You're going to be hearing a lot more about that. I think that she may be either the first or the second largest recipient of money funneled to her through Act Blue, the Democrat payment processing uh, uh, app, in which these donors either don't exist at all,
Right.
or when you go meet them and talk to them, they never gave any money to Letitia James. Never mind the 25 individual contributions that the records say they gave. So I think she's got a world of hurt coming. The Federal Home Loan Financing Agency has sent a criminal referral to the Justice Department regarding her serial mortgage fraud. And I don't, other people have been prosecuted for these exact same crimes. If you or I did them, trust me, we'd be prosecuted. So I think she's facing prosecution on those crimes alone. I suspect there will be others.
I do as
And of course, then there's the whole question of her disclosures. All of her required disclosures under New York state law have been sloppy,
Yep.
inadequate. Mortgages appear, they disappear, they reappear, they're recharacterized.